tutorial on making your own ERLC Discord bot for running commands, checking server stuff, or whatever. The amazing director couldn't record this video, so now I'm doing it. But yeah, it's pretty easy. You don't need too much programming info to do it. So yeah, let's get right into it. I actually show you all the code and where to do it and how to do it. Make sure you have a few things. You're gonna need obviously this Visual Studio Code, which I'll show you how to do in a minute. A PRC API game pass, that's probably the most important one. If you don't have that, I mean, it's not really gonna work. If you're doing it for someone else, make sure they give you it. Otherwise, you can't do anything. Other than that, you don't really need anything. Yeah, I think it should be good. Yeah, Discord account, obviously, but yeah. You're gonna go to this website here. I'll have it pinned in the comments. So this is just, if you already have it, you can skip past this, but this is how you're gonna, like, where you're gonna put all your code in, like, run it until you find a host. But yeah, so once you go here, if you're on Linux or Windows or Mac, whatever, just like download whichever one. Yeah, and then there'll be a welcome page. You can just like, it'll say to like download some stuff maybe. Just don't do anything. Once it's done downloading, just go to this this here. This is the GitHub, which has the files you're gonna need. It's also gonna be pinned in the comments, so just click on that. Yeah, once you're here, you don't need to read too much of it. This is just, this isn't important. Once you're here, click on the arrow on code. Once you click that, just click on download zip. I'll do it right now. Yeah, so that'll take a bit to download. Once that's downloaded, you can open that. Alright, so ignore this. So you should have this file, ERLC bot main.zip. Once you have this, just expand it. I think double clicking should work. If you're on Windows, probably the same. You'll have a new folder called ERLC bot main. It won't be too me, it'll just be that. Don't look into all this. Now all you need to do is go to Visual Studio Code. You'll probably have a page like this. Once you have this, just click on open and go to your downloads folder. And yeah, you should have like the folder ERLC bot main or two, or you'll have main, but yeah, open that. Right. There's gonna be a bunch of files here. Yeah, so now, yeah, sorry, just had to fix something with the files, but yeah, so now it should look like this. Yeah, so you should have all these files. So there's a few things you're gonna need to change. So we can start off in the env. So you're gonna need your bot token. So if you go to the, I'll have this link in the pinned comment. But yeah, you should go here, and you probably have none. If you already have a bot, just click on that. I'll just make a new one for the sake of it. Or actually, yeah, no, let's go to this. Yeah. So once you have a bot, or if you already have a bot, you'll have a page that looks like this. Go into the bot menu, yeah, and then, yeah, so I'll just reset my token for now. Alright, so once you've done that, you should get something like this. I'll blur this, but yeah, once you have your token, just copy that, and go back to your Visual Studio Code, and just paste it. And then you're going to need your server token. So for this, you are going to need the API pack, like I said earlier. But yeah, so once you join ERLC, go to your own server, or if you're doing this for someone else, just ask them for this. But yeah, if you have a server, go ahead and join it. You need the API pack beforehand. You can't buy it in the server. But yeah, so once you've loaded in, click this server info button. Just type in API. Oh, sorry, API. I'm scared if I click edit, it might regenerate. But yeah, click edit and just copy the whole thing. Make sure you get everything, because if you just double click, it won't copy everything. Yeah. So once you have this, just copy it, and then that's all. You can leave Roblox probably. Yeah, that's all you're gonna need for now. So just leave. So now you have your server token. Just paste that back here. Just do Command S or Control S so you save that. Alright, now that's done. So next thing you're gonna need to do, this is gonna be a bit more complex, but pretty easy. go into your Discord server, and so let me just show you what it's gonna look like. So essentially, you're gonna have something that looks like this. It'll say live server info, the player count, and when it was last updated. It's actually gonna update every 2 minutes, but it's just that I haven't had a host for this spot. So, but yeah, every 2 minutes it'll update. Just ignore it's 20 hours, so it'll be 2 minutes. And yeah, so this is what you're gonna have. And to do that, go to the server, then go to the channel that you want that to be posted, probably like your session channel or whatever. Then go to integrations and click on create webhook. Once you have this, you can just rename it to like whatever session info. Doesn't really matter. And copy this webhook URL. You can just paste it here and just get these numbers here after webhooks. Yeah, just copy those numbers. So Control C, Command C, and post that into where it says enter webhook ID here, line 14 of index.js. That's done. Now you need your webhook token. That's everything after those numbers. So don't get the slash, just get like the letters and everything. Command C, Control copy it, and then paste it where it says webhook token inside the string. Alright, so now it should look like this. So now I scroll a bit down to here, line 50, where it says enter message ID. So this is like the message you want it to like edit every 2 minutes. So to do this, there's a few ways, but the easiest way is go to discloud.org. No, sorry, discohook.org. Yeah, sorry. I'll have all these linked in the comments. Yeah, so it looked like this. You can just like delete all of it really. Just like have it like say a few letters. And now the link from earlier, if you still have it, that's fine if you don't. Just get it again. Copy web URL. And paste it. So now just click send from the Debug website. So it'll send here. It doesn't really matter what you say, just all you need to do is copy the message ID. You're gonna need developer mode, so if you don't have that, just turn that on. So now you should have your message ID. Go back to Visual Studio Code and paste it. Alright. So now you don't need anything else in the index.js. So just like save that again, Control or Command S. Now you're gonna need to go into your I think command handler, yeah. In your command handler, you're gonna need to enter your client and server ID. So the client ID is just the bot that you're running. So like this one, the one that I had from earlier. Remember this one? Just right click on its username and copy user ID. You need developer mode for that as well. And now go back to Visual Studio Code. Sorry. And just paste it. Perfect. Now you have this guild ID. You don't really need it, but yeah, it's better to just have it. So just like on your server icon, right click it and copy server ID. There. Now there's just one last thing. Oh yeah, save this to Command S or Control S. So one last thing, click on the commands folder. Yeah, it'll say that. Go to the, actually no. Oh yeah, go to the run command, the command.js, or just command.js. And yeah, so what happens here is basically, I can't demonstrate it right now, but what's gonna happen is, once like your moderator runs a command using the bot, it'll log it to another channel. So this is probably going to be where you have the rest of your command logs going. It can be different, but wherever that is, just copy the channel ID. So I can do it right now. Imagine this is my login channel for game command logs. So yeah, you need copy channel ID, right click it, and then paste it back here into the quotes. And yeah, that should be it. I'll be going over all this code later if you want to actually understand it, but right now, I'm just trying to make it work for anyone. So save this, And then that should be it. Click on this button here, toggle panel, Command J, I guess. Yeah, Command J. It's next to this button. You can also go to terminal, new terminal in the top. Yeah, once you have this open, just type node space dash. Oh yeah, before you do this, you are gonna need Node.js installed. So if you don't have that, just like, I'll have this link too, Node.js install, just search it up. And yeah, you're gonna need this, whether you're on like Mac OS or whatever. I just downloaded that. Yeah, but just download this if you don't have it. If you already have it, you're fine. It's good to check by just doing node space dot, right? But if it doesn't work, just install Node.js. I'll have it linked in the comments. Right. So yeah, I just did it. Node space dot in your terminal. It'll say ready, blah blah blah. Once that's done, you'll see this will update to the current time like 20 seconds ago, and it'll update every 2 minutes. Your bot will be online. So we can just do a few things before you join the server. You can do server info, and it'll say 0 to 40 because no one's in it. Join key, and it'll say your verification status. You can look at like the command logs, because I haven't done anything right now yet. So let's just join it really quickly. Once you've joined your server, has to be your server. Yeah, so you're in your server. You can run a few commands, I guess. You can do like, I don't know, load. You can do kill. I don't know, it didn't work. Yeah, kill your username, and you can like heal. So just do a few commands, and then once that's done, go back to your Discord server. You can just see, by the way, that just happened. I'll replay it, but it just said 2 minutes ago, and then after 2 minutes passed, it updated the player count. It updated to what it currently was when I just joined, so it was 1. Yeah, so you can run server info again, and you'll see it says 1 out of 40. You can also do command logs. Yep. And you'll see the recent commands. It'll be your name and what you did. You can do the join logs. You can see I joined at 6:32, which was a minute ago. So yeah. You can do the kill logs. It's going to be empty because I didn't kill anyone. Keep in mind, if you use commands on someone to kill them, it won't log, so you need to do it on someone else with an actual like gun or something. You can run players, see who the players are. 1 second. One second. It should reload. Alright, you can probably run players. Yeah, sorry. If you get a problem like that where it says outdated, just reload your page, because it probably just means that your code handler is probably a bit slow. So yeah, it'll say that. It'll link to your profile. Sorry. That's just my Wi-Fi being bad. But yeah, it'll link to your profile. The person's player's profile, right? And it'll say their rank on the server owner. It'll say player for everyone else, moderator, admin, co-owner, all that. Yeah, so you can like you can do run commands, the big one, I guess. You can do like hello, and it'll say command successfully run, and this is the log channel I was doing earlier, like the one you put in your command file, and it'll say who ran it. Because if you go into your actual logs, it'll just say remote server ran it. I can probably show you. Okay, just being really slow right now. Yeah, it'll say remote server ran it, even though it doesn't tell you who actually ran the command. So this is just for that. Right. And then another thing you can do is, I'm just looking. You can do view logs. So usually when you have your logs, you'll be a bunch of people. All your moderators doing it. doing it, right? So you can just like check the exact username. So if I type in Mojo, obviously I'm the only one doing it right now, but ideally if you put in the exact username, it'll come back with only that person's logs. If I type in anything, it'll just say they don't have any logs. Yeah, it just won't come up. So so there's a few things to keep in mind. So there are rate limits on this. So if you just do h high, and if you do it right again, it'll say you're being rate limited and give you a time to retry. Also, if your like moderators type in like something stupid, like just high or like just don't do it right, it'll just it's pretty intuitive. It tells you how to do it. So yeah, I think that should be everything. I went over everything, right? Yeah, right. So you can see in the actual server did do hello. I didn't actually show that, but yeah. Right. So now I guess I can go over if you encounter like any problems at all, just try to see, because if you get something, so I'll go over a few common ones. If you get unknown interaction, basically it's just your Wi-Fi being slow or the like VS Code being slow. Just like retry it after a bit. If it keeps coming up, then make a new file, I guess. Just try redoing it all over again. If it still happens, just like make a ticket in our server, which will be linked below. You can do that for all of them. Another common one is it'll say like it'll say like something like .ds code. I don't have it on me right now, but yeah, if you get something like .ds code in commands, it's not like cannot be found. Here. So basically, if you're on MacBook and you're looking through your files, you probably gonna get this. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably gonna get like this error. To do that, here, just copy this person's code. They know what they're doing. Change this to src and change this to commands. Just type this in into your terminal, like here. Make sure it's on ZSH. Just click this if you're on Node, if it still says Node here. And just type in that, and it'll go away. And then you can do node spaced out again. It might say like this link, this URL, unauthorized. It'll say like 401 unauthorized. For that, just like go back here into your server info, edit server settings, API, and regenerate this. Press edit and then generate, because that's probably the main problem. That should be fixed pretty quickly. Also, make sure that you have your actual token in here. Other than that, it should work. For any other problems, you can just like go into our Discord and make a ticket, and someone will help you. But yeah, it's pretty easy, pretty simple to use. Yeah. So now this is pretty bare. You can have a bunch of other commands on here, like they have a whole API reference, which I'll also have linked if you're like a developer and want to build off this. So you can see you can do a bunch of things. You can do. Sorry, just being really slow. I think their API reference might be like temporarily down. But yeah, you can just go here most of the time, and it'll have everything you can do. Yeah, this is just for developers. Yeah, that should be everything. Yeah, any problems or errors that you run into, just like create a ticket. So now we'll be going over all the code for people who want to actually understand it and build off it. So for all the code, we'll start off in the index. All right. So this is for developers. You don't need any particular background to understand this. I'll just pretty much make it simple to understand. So this is just defining a bunch of variables from discord.js. The timeouts, client, and all this. This is not really anything. If you go down here, this is where the actual code starts. this is our webhook client, which is just sending all the webhook messages to the that message before, which auto updated every 2 minutes. Sorry about that. I had it here, right? No, here, sorry. Yeah, this one that updates every 5 minutes. Also, yeah, it says 5 minutes now. That's because I deleted this session. I'll go over hosting later on too. This is just trying to understand the code. Yeah, because if you delete this node terminal, whatever, this will stop working. Your bot will also stop working. That's why you need that. So yeah, this is the web client. This is your it just like initializes it so you can use it on later. This is the function that actually edits it. It's retrieving the API and getting the API key, and then this is checking if team balance is on. Actually, yeah, this is you're not using this. This is for something else, but yeah, ignore that. Wait, no, are you? Yeah, you are. Sorry. Yeah, this is checking for team balance. If it's on, if it's like true, which means it's on, it'll just say on, because the actual value is true, not on. So which is why you need that. It's checking if the current player is null, make it 0, because you can't like when you're coding, you can't just null is not like an actual string or element. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So this is the current time. It gets the current date and divides it by 1,000, so it makes it into an actual Discord timestamp. Don't worry about it. It's just weird. This is the actual embed you're sending. Live server info, updating every few minutes, and the footer, which is like do not join if there's 0 players or whatever. These are the fields: player count, last updated, and team balance. And this is basically what's happening. It's just editing the message. And how it works is every 120,000 milliseconds, which is 2 minutes, it runs this function, which edits it every 2 minutes with that message ID. This is just an illustration of the commands, not too important. You can skip past this because we'll talk about it later, but yeah. This is the server info command. Most of these is just like fetching the API from PRC and then like getting it into an embed. So same for this. It's not really too much. Just like whenever you fetch this, it gives you a response, and the response will be like. I mean, it's easier if I have this, but it's just not loading. Yeah, okay, I'm not sure what's going on right now. But yeah, the response will be like for players, for example, you see /players. It'll be like amount of players, their rank. Like players will be one thing and rank will be another thing. As you can see here, I'm getting response.player. Response.player just gives you the actual player. Stuff like that. It's all in their API reference. They explain it a lot better than I do, but yeah. So most of these are the same thing. The one that you probably don't understand as much as the command one. This is basically it's adding a string option, the command, and it's taking that and stringifying it. That's the best way I can put it. And putting it into the request. The request is just like this line of code, which like basically sends it to PRC, and then they give you a response back. This is each command has this, where like it checks if the message is like you are being rate limited, because if that happens, then obviously there's going to be an error. So like it checks if that happens, and if that happens, it'll just like return with the message like you're being rate limited and give you a time to retry. So yeah, this is the logging thing. It says the user who started the interaction, which is like who ran the command, use the remote server to run the command that they tried to run. Okay. The actual command sending is done by PRC, so can't really get into that. Yeah, that's just replying to the user. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna get, so for hosting now. So for hosting, there's a lot of free hostings you can use. I use this cloud. I'm not gonna do a full on tutorial for that. You can probably find that on YouTube. But yeah, this is just free hosting, and it'll just host your bot forever. Well, probably forever. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna do a tutorial for that because that can be like a whole other video. for the actual Discord bot, I want to thank Mr. Jossum for that. I don't know if I said that right. Mr. Jossum YT. I'll have him linked below. He made the actual like base Discord bot. I just like added the commands and everything. Well, I used his code for the actual bot, and then all these commands were just added onto that basically. I don't know. Yeah. Based off the like all these handle commands and everything off that. If you have any problems, just feel free to join our Discord and open a ticket, and we'll be happy to help. All right. Oh yeah. Also, if you want to add like another command or like something new, we can help you with that. If you're not unsure how to do it, we can help you with that. Just tell us what you're trying to do. Give us some of your code, and yeah, we can totally do that. Like if you're trying to like get like the current vehicles in the game, yeah, you can do that. Just open a ticket and we'll help you through that. Tons of stuff. So yeah.